excited for this. Shortly we have a drone coming out to spray the small patch of sorghum. You know, we've had quite a few rains a couple weeks ago. We still got some wet spots down in there. Don't really want to drive a ground rig through it. We got a lot of weeds coming here in this sorghum. What do we got? Velvet leaf, some sunflower, a little bit of kochia, water hemp. I assume there's some lamb's quarter out here as well. So we're going to be giving that a spank today, all with a drone. It's the new DJI T100 that's coming out. It's big. We've had a few drones spray pastures on video. I think we had a T40 out a couple times. This drone that's coming today is much bigger, and actually I'm getting my own drone here. We're currently working on paperwork, certifications. You know, you need your Part 137. I already have my Part 107. You need a aerial applicator license, and then the drone needs to be registered. But in the meantime, with the help of Josh, he's coming from here on, not too far away. He's gonna show us around his drone. He's bringing out his T100. We're gonna spray this little patch of sorghum and clean it up. It's dirty. Before Josh gets here with the drone, we got a breeze perfect for driving down the bunk line and hitting these girls, all three of these feedlots, with some fly killer. We got a little more juice here, RPM. Then we got the button for the up and the down. And this is the go button. This little battery charging for next time we spray cattle. I used to take that battery out of there, get a ratchet, take this battery out of here and charge it, but I got older and wiser, and I made the obvious observation that if I just park close enough to the outlet, I don't have to pull that battery out of there. With that rain we got a couple weeks ago, made it soft over here when we're feeding. Look at that. We on the feed wagon really dug in. I'm gonna try to fill that trench back in. Wow, that's quite the trailer. That triple axle's got a built-in 1,100 gallon water tank in the trailer. Man. And so here's the T100. It's massive. I think it carries about a 220 pound payload.
Waypoint added. Waypoint added.
So Josh is looking at the map here.
Waypoint added.
Just mapping out this little field. We got 3 acres. I think we have enough trailer for all 3 acres of it.
Let's hope so.
That's awesome.
Waypoint
Josh
added.
is also fluent in Mandarin Chinese.
Waypoint added.
I should be by now.
So then down in here he's got his batteries. Nice hidden spot. It's hard to steal that way.
It sure is. And they're nice and away from the weather.
Yep. Real professional over here. Is that a porta potty in there, or what's
No, it was drone storage for T50s, but the T100 is about twice the size of T50s.
So now it's got to ride outside.
Yeah. Yep, unfortunately. That's basically just storage. We keep our lawn chairs in there and tables and extra parts.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, good visibility up here. I'm guessing this is a mounting post for a umbrella. So he pulled water from the main tank up into the mixing tank, and he's putting the chemical in, got the agitator running, making it a good mix there. And then when we're ready to go, he can just not worry about mixing, but just fill the drone and send it off.
Oh, I didn't lock one of the arms in place.
Well, that's good for it to know that.
Yep.
Getting the lock on that last arm there, and we're ready to go. We got chemical in.
So I'm running in hill mode, 65 feet per second, which is about 45 mile an hour to get from here to where it's going, which in this case, not entirely necessary. Return to home, enabled. We should be good.
Aircraft preparing to take off. Stand back at a safe distance. Aircraft on ground. Propellers spinning.
That's pretty cool. It just driving for flying, I should say, right over that windbreak.
Yeah, it's all autonomous. Does it all on its own. Saw that or not. The battery, when you turn it or when you shut it off, the first one flashes and you got to wait for that to quit flashing before you pull it out.
Okay.
It's the computer basically saying it's shutting off. And just...
You not only spray drones, but do you sell drones as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we sell and service. We're a certified DJI dealer and service center. Got a lot of parts on hand, a lot of drones, accessories, and we get you back in the air if you have any issues within usually the day to the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So we get working on them.
Yep. So that's TJ AeroSense in Huron?
Yep, TJ
Okay.
AeroSense in Huron. We're just north of Huron, about 5 miles. Gotta actually just move to a nice big shop, so
You can really help service people when they got breakdowns and are looking to buy.
yeah, absolutely.
You've been doing this a few years, and you've sprayed with the T100 T40s, the T50s, and now you've moved up to the T100. What, I guess, what have you noticed?
The biggest thing on the T100, the terrain following, especially in the newer updates, is phenomenal. Definitely a step up from the other two drones. And this drone, just being able to carry that much more liquid, you can get that much more done. Flying one of these is basically like flying 2.25 T50s.
Wow. And
even more T40s. So it's a major step up just because of the bigger tank, but the other features on it, like the LiDAR, the radars, it's so much better. And then, I mean, they're always coming out with new updates on it. The newest update they release, you can actually edit the field while you're doing it. So if you don't like something, like we were too close to the trees, I can actually pause the drone, edit the field, put a bigger border on, or say you got drift or something, I can edit that border and put it further out and then just resume the drone.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's honestly probably my favorite feature of the 100, is being able to adjust your field. Like the T40, the T50, you were kind of locked in. As soon as you sent the drone, that was it, unless you ended the whole task, came back, adjusted, sent it back out. Well, then you were guessing on what you sprayed, what you didn't spray. But no, this thing is just built so well. Like, this drone right here has about 5,000 acres on it, and we've done nothing to it. There's no motor changes, no pump changes, nothing. Everything on this drone is 100% original. You're going to get a lot of use out of this, and it's going to last you a lot longer than the T50 or T40 will. The most efficient we've got this is about 80 acres an actual hour. Because the flight hours on the controller, that's the time the drone is in the air. That's not accounting for filling, swapping batteries, mixing chemical. At 2 gallons an acre, we were consistently hitting 80 acres in an hour per drone. So when we were running 2 drones, we were actually spraying a quarter in an hour.
Wow.
And with this drone being able to, the airframe swapping from the spread tank, the spray tank, and the lift kit, you just have a lot more versatility. Like we used our lift kit to actually take a pivot tire out to the pivot instead of running over corn or having to wheel the pivot out ourselves.
Wow. How much did that wheel weigh, you think?
I think it was like 150 pounds. It was one of the smaller tires, not a big pivot tire, but I think it was like 150 pounds. So it did great. I mean, obviously you had to have somebody out in the field already to unhook and hook up the old one, but it makes it way better to just fly it in and fly it out versus, I mean, the old way we would either roll it in and just leave the old one out in the field or we'd actually ratchet strap the old tire to the pivot and just leave it on there until harvest was done and we could go get it. We haven't had any issues in 11,000 acres. So it's been phenomenal.
Well, I appreciate Josh from TJ AeroSense bringing out his T100. I want to mention it again, he does drone spraying if you need it in the Huron area, and I suppose he travels too. But he also sells drones all over the state. He does help with service and troubleshooting. I think that's a big deal when you enter kind of a niche market like that. We hammered that 3 acres out real fast.
And then spent 2 hours talking about it afterwards.
Yeah. We got some gravel getting hauled in. We gotta smooth it out. Make a nice path to our new bunk line back here. gravel trail to this bunk line and then the one back there. Hopefully keep us out of the mud a bit. Warm day out here. It's only been about 2 hours since we last sprayed, but there was a group 4 herbicide in that tank, and that stuff, you can see it working on broadleaves pretty quick. I can see this, like this one in particular. He's starting to slouch down. Start doing something called epinasty. They start twisting up. See a whitish color to some of them. Look at this guy. His leaves were probably like this at the start of the day, but now they're dropped and touching the ground. I think we spanked them. That about does it for this week, I think. Talking with Dad, we might start cutting some hay again. You know, with that rain a couple weeks ago, we got some growth working again. Hopefully it'll be more worth cutting hay now. Some of that stuff, oh man, it looked ugly, but we got a little bit of growth. With the low hay yields, it's been honestly a pretty slow June and July, because usually we just putting up hay, we're cutting, raking, baling, and then hauling a bunch of bales, but we're haying less fields because we're wanting cattle to graze them. And then what we do cut, we don't have many bales to move, so it feels like it's been a slow summer so far. Hopefully that'll pick up soon with this rain that we've gotten. Hope you enjoyed. I think that drone stuff's pretty cool, and I'm excited to get my own here soon. Having the versatility to try things, you know, small parts of the field, just take the drone out, spray a little bit, and then let the yield monitor tell us if a product is worth using maybe in future. And then being able to control weeds in our pastures, I'll be able to do a good application, fall application, and kill some of those perennials and biennials that we have. But for today, thank you to Josh from TJ AeroSense, bringing his drone out and kind of showing me the ropes a little bit. Love to see you next time, folks. Have a good one.